So the conference championship games are almost upon us. And by the time this video's out, it'll probably be the same day. So time for my, well, second to last predictions video for the NFL. I'm getting quite emotional right now. Very emotional. Very emotional. So, yeah. Now, give me a sec. Let me just get my notes that are not popping up for some reason. Okay, kidding. So last week, oh boy, quick recap. I went 3-1. I got the first 3 games right. I got the freaking Steelers Chiefs wrong, man. That was disappointing. Really disappointing by the Chiefs there. But moving on, the Seahawks Falcons game. My goodness gracious. This game was one heck of a game. For the Falcons, honestly. Like it seemed like it could have at one point it could have been 17-7 Seahawks. And then of course the penalty backs up Russell Wilson and the Seahawks offense, and then there's a safety, and then the Falcons offense just ran away with it. That was the momentum shift, that penalty on the Devin Hester return. So, but 3-1 is still pretty good. I got that one where I picked the Falcons to win. They won 36-20, so kind of ran away with it, which their offense, can anything stop their offense? I do not think so. Now, moving on to the Texans and Patriots. The Patriots actually, the Texans kept it close for, the first half. They got an interception off Brady and, I believe, a forced fumble, and they managed to score 10 points off that, and that really kept them in the game. But, of course, we all know Tom Brady did not let that happen. Brock Osweiler threw, 3 interceptions or something, and the Patriots went on to win, like I predicted, 34-16. Well, the Texans defense fought like hell to stop Brady, and their offense can't do crap. Damn it, offense. But yeah, the Packers and the Cowboys. Okay. Wow, this was definitely the game of the week. The Cowboys, man. I mean, even though you guys lost to a really good Packers team, you got to look at this year and say this team has a very bright future. Dak Prescott played great. I'm not gonna say he outdueled Aaron Rodgers, because that's pretty hard to do, but he kept it close with Rodgers, and he really did a great job leading the team back. Ezekiel Elliott, of course, beast. They fed him the ball a lot. And the Packers, man, their defense is a big issue. They were going in the right direction, then boom, their defense, and they got saved on a few plays. Aaron Rodgers threw his first interception since week 10, I think, and he also threw another one, but it was waved off because of a penalty. And of course, the final play of the game, that catch by Jared Cook and the game-winning field goal, of course. Crazy. Great game. That was probably, back-to-back years, the divisional round game with the Packers in it is the best game of the playoffs. Definitely. Then again, last year there was more, there was a lot closer games, but that was definitely the best game of the playoffs, in my opinion. So respect my opinion. Better. But yeah. And last but not least, the game I got wrong, the Chiefs Steelers. The Chiefs were low-key my pick to win the Super Bowl now. Dang, they got disposed of. Their offense came out and played terrible. And I mean terrible. The Steelers' defense really deserves a lot of credit. And, Chris Boswell made, freaking 6 field goals to win the game for them. And Mike Tomlin doesn't like kicking field goals and extra points. He likes going for 2. Which, yeah, makes sense. But the Chiefs, man, looking at this team, oh boy. They honestly, their defense the defense didn't have a great game. It wasn't amazing. But their defense did a great job. They did not allow a single touchdown. They limited the Steelers' points. That's the way their defense works. They give up a lot of yards, but they don't give up a lot of points. And then the Chiefs' offense, look, this entire game, the Chiefs' offense were very sloppy. The completed pass underneath that got dropped, that was very, 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 very sloppy. And of course, Alex Smith continually missing passes. Yeah. If the Chiefs are going to win, they need to augment their offense. I don't really know much about the Chiefs, but I think maybe fixing their offense might be good. But anyways, that leaves us with a 3-1 record this week, which is pretty solid. I'm 5-3 in the playoffs, which is not as good as last year's 10-1, but 5-3 is still pretty good. So the conference championship games, Packers versus Falcons. Packers once again in it. Last year they lost to the Cardinals in overtime. The year before that they lost to the Seahawks in this round. I think this year could be a big year for Green Bay. Of course we've seen Rodgers run the table, and can anyone really stop Aaron Rodgers? But hang on here. the Falcons, no one's talking about Matt Ryan and his hot offense. I mean, looking at the teams, quarterbacks, I mean, it's pretty close. Ryan is really good, but to be honest, yeah, I have to go with Rodgers. But looking at wide receivers, the best, Jordy Nelson may not be able to go. And even if he does go, out of these two teams, who is the best wide receiver? Julio Jones. So this game is going to really come down to the defense. If the Packers defense steps up and gets some stops on Atlanta, then give Atlanta the win. Give the Green Bay the win. Same thing for Atlanta. But I just don't think anything can stop Aaron Rodgers. I'm gonna pick the Packers here to win this. I think it's gonna be a blowout. I think it's gonna be not a blowout, a shootout. I think it's gonna be something like 35-32. I'm really going close here, but I think in the end the Falcons will come close. But I think Aaron Rodgers, or Aaron Godgers as he's known as now. Now moving on to the AFC Championship game, we have the Steelers and Patriots. Oh boy. Steelers, man, they've been very bad. This is like the Falcons is a defensive game. Steelers, Patriots looked like it would be an offensive game, but really it is going to be a defensive game. Both teams have a really good defense. Patriots have the best scoring defense in the league. Steelers have one of the best underrated defenses in the league. I mean, last week what they did to the Chiefs. They've given up a total of 16 plus 7. Wait, what did they win by in wildcard round? Yeah, they gave up 16 points last week. And then against the Dolphins, I mean, how many points did they give against the Dolphins? 12. So that's what? 12 plus 14. Was it 14? No, 16, sorry. That's 28 points in 2 games. That's 14 points per game given up. That's crazy. So, looking at this, I mean, the key for the Patriots is to stop Le'Veon Bell. If they stop Le'Veon Bell, then this should be a pretty easy win for them. The key for the Steelers is to stop not Big Ben, Brady. If the Steelers can maybe pick Brady off once or twice, we saw Brady throw 2 interceptions last week. If they can do that, and if their offense can keep the ball out of his hands, that will be the key. Because that's the thing with teams with good offense against teams with good defense. The team with good defense will be able to shut the team with good offense down for part of the time. But can their offense keep the ball out of the other team's hands? That's the key. And I think the Steelers are going to do this. I'm picking the Steelers in an upset this week. Honestly, maybe it's just the fact that I can't pick the Patriots. I'm a Giants Jets fan, so yeah. But I gotta go with the Steelers. I just think their team is clicking right now. I think beating the Chiefs. I think honestly would have picked the Chiefs if they were in this situation. So I'm picking the Steelers to win this. Again, the curse of the terrible towel. A Dolphins fan disrespected it. A Chiefs fan disrespected it. Now a Patriots fan disrespected it. Go on Twitter and find it if you want to find out what I'm talking about. Don't disrespect that terrible towel. Treat that thing like it's your child. So yeah. Anyways, thank you for watching. What are your predictions? 3-1 last week for me. How are you doing so far in the playoffs? I want to see how you guys are doing. If you have made predictions, and don't lie. Like Jerry over there. I know he wants to lie. Jerry always lying about everything. But yeah, thank you for watching the video. Have a great day. See you next video.